Then at the end, you end up finishing last and not getting the girl, but the girl getting what she wanted from you. You put yourself in that situation by just giving her, providing for her all the time, and you're saying you're just being a nice guy. You end up being the supply regardless. Do things for yourself and stop wanting to do it for a woman. Stop wanting to put that woman to be the reason why you're doing things. Everything has to be for your purpose. What I do, what is up, my most baddies and my bad men and fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that make nice guys end up finishing last. Now I have a few nice guy videos out already, so if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. And I have a video literally just talking about why, you know, this is how things are and we just have to accept it. So pretty much I tell you guys all the time about society and women and men nature. How it is the way it is. There's nothing we can do to change it. The only thing we can do is play our part of entertaining it, being about ourselves, being on purpose, just making life about us instead of being a part of it. You get what I'm saying? So that's the same thing with the whole nice guy thing. A lot of people do get offended nowadays, but you know, there's a lot of things that go towards women that not every woman is like that. But I know because it's woman nature, I can't get offended. I can only not participate in it, and I could only be true to myself and be on my own purpose. You get what I'm saying? So the same thing goes for this whole idea of a nice guy. You guys shouldn't take any offense. All you guys are really supposed to do is take in the information. You do whatever you want with it, but never ever take it to heart. I'm just saying you'll live happier and you'll live more peaceful. You guys know I have my Patreon. This week I'm going to have 2 videos up. If it's possible, I'm going to try to aim for 3, only because I had a video already filmed that was supposed to go up last week. Unfortunately, I didn't get it up, but it will go up this week. And then I have another video coming up, and then maybe I'll just throw in one more just for giving that little slack last week. But other than that, you guys should know, be a part of my Patreon. You get more advice here. You can ask me questions. I'm only going to do it until the end of this month, and then I'll put it in a tier. But right now, you can ask me any questions. I help you with it. There's personal light for me. Just a whole lot of stuff you'll never see on here, including live streams. So number 5 on my list is living for her, aka yes man. Now, if you don't know what a yes man is, a yes man is literally a yes man. Can you buy me this? Yes. Can you drive me here? Yes. Can I get this much from you? Yes. Like literally everything is yes. You don't do things for yourself. You're not living for yourself. You're living for her. So therefore, you don't decide things because of how you feel inside. You decide things because you want to please her. Nice guys finish last because you don't get her at the end. You are doing things because you think this is what she wants to hear. You think you being a nice guy to her is what's gonna captivate her. And then at the end, you end up finishing last and not getting the girl, but the girl getting what she wanted from you. In other words, she ended up using you, playing the games. And now there's other reasons why girls obviously play games, but a big reason, when they know a guy is really easy to take control of and he's willing to be the yes man and give her whatever she wants, then she takes that opportunity. I don't agree with it, but I'm just saying, why wouldn't a woman that's not about love, relationships, and just really nonchalant, just literally not having feelings available, want to actually make you happy? Oh, you're going to be the man of her dreams and this is all going to work out. No. If she finds a man that's a yes man, living for her, then in most cases, that nice guy ends up finishing last. When you become a nice guy for a woman, then you end up living for her, like I just mentioned, and that's not what you want, because in the end, you end up finishing last, not getting the girl, but her getting what she wants because you were just living for her the whole time. Most cases in that, they have another guy on the side. You are only her provider, and I always mention provider because that's a lot of things that a lot of guys can fall into easily, manipulate and get what they want from men. They can easily make you a provider, and then you become the provider, and then she has another guy that, you know, pleases her sexually, does this. That's if she's to the extreme where she has multiple guys. But in most cases, women like to have 2, one that just does whatever and makes her feel good when, you know, the last guy that's the asshole, or the one that she has that's the main guy, just treats her like complete shit, and then she has to run back to you. You being the nice guy, you just give her whatever she wants. Then she gets into this little thinking in her head, oh, this is what I want, this is actually what I need, but truthfully that's not what she wants, and she gets just like, oh, I'm done with this guy, and it's back and forth, you know. You either end up finishing last or you end up getting caught up in the middle, but you'll never be first. So I have 3 things. Sorry you guys, I thought I had legit 5 this whole time, but I have 3. So I just said 3, then we're on to 2 and we have 1 more, but they're all very, very important, and I will be having another part. If you guys do want to see that, make sure you drop it down below right now. I will definitely have that out as soon as possible. So number 2 on my list is proving how great of a guy you are, aka a nice guy, will only be proving it to yourself. Now that you're living for her, another thing that nice guys end up doing that ends up living for themselves is that you in your head, you're thinking you're a nice guy. I'm not doing this because I love you. I'm not doing this because I want to make you completely happy, but I'm doing this because I'm a nice guy. And me being a nice guy, I will give you the things that makes you feel better, but I'm doing it because I know I'm a good person. So you're doing things to kind of prove to yourself, I'm a nice guy, I'm a caring guy. I don't care how much of an asshole this girl is, how much she's using me, but I know deep down inside who I am as a person, and I am a good person. I am a nice guy. Now, let me just pause for a second. There is nothing wrong with you being that type of guy, but the problem is when you get the wrong type of woman, she will use you. She will take advantage of that. Absolutely, don't feel bad, and of course, don't feel like you need to explain yourself or you need to hate. There's somebody out there that's gonna really be like, this is great, this is what I need in my life, and some women will actually want that. Trust me, it's just really, really rare to find, unfortunately. But back to what I was saying, you're trying so hard, you're living for yourself, not living for her anymore, but now you're doing things to prove to yourself how good of a guy you are. And also that could be from you having maybe low self-esteem, or you feeling like, oh, I'm not good of a man, but I'm gonna do these actions so I can start feeling better for myself. But at the end result is you just proving it for yourself, and then you end up finishing last because she could give 2 F's. She really could care less how nice of a guy you are. As long as she gets what she wants out of it and it's not your love at all, then you end up finishing last again. When you're living for her, she's getting what she wants. When you're living for yourself, she's still getting what she wants. And that's what you don't want. You want everything to always be equal, you guys. Of course, 50-50 in the relationship. And some people don't really understand the whole 50-50 concept. Like legit, you have to split things in half. Everything needs to be mutual. From your feelings to the way you guys physically act towards each other. That 60% you gave, even the 55 will end up being the 100% you end up giving at the end. And then you end up finishing last. Just remember, you guys, when you're on your purpose and you're doing things legit for yourself, that you won't have any issues at the end. Now let's move on to the number 1 thing on my list, and number 1 is being predictable is not exciting, and boring leads her to not being interested whatsoever, you guys. So in other words, you guys are just doing things that she knows that she can get, or you know what she can expect already from you, and so it just leads her to not looking for anything else. When you're in a position where the woman knows exactly what you're about and it's you being a nice guy, and please, you guys, don't tell the girl, oh, I'm just a nice guy. Please don't do that, because it doesn't work out really well. She knows already what to do in that situation. But, you know, you being that type where everything is expected to be like this, you're going to get her this whenever she wants. And not only that, if you're the type that loves surprising her, and you end up doing it every week. Like, let's say every time she comes home from work or every time she's at work, she receives a card, receives flowers from you, receives something, or you know, when she's going out, you always give her $100 to spend, $200 to spend. And it's like she knows exactly what she's getting. And then the crazy part about it all, you guys are putting yourself, you're setting yourself up to be in that position that I was talking about in the beginning of being the supplier. You never want to be the supplier. You put yourself in that situation by just giving her, providing for her all the time, and you're saying you're just being a nice guy. You end up being the supplier regardless. That's why I say 50-50 matters so much, you guys. 50-50 matters so damn much, you guys, because if she knows that she's not going to get more from you and it's going to be equal, then she's not going to try to get more. She knows exactly what she's going to get out of this. And that's why when you're predictable, she knows she can get whatever she wants out of this from you, from being the nice guy, then she takes advantage of it. Now, boring is nothing people want. Regardless of what type of relationship you are in, you always have to remember that people do not want a boring relationship. And so when you are the boring one, where is the excitement? There is no excitement between you and her. So what happens? She ends up playing you. She ends up finding somebody else. And that what causes a lot of cheating. That what causes you to be left behind to finish last, and her moving on to the next person. So stop being boring. Excitement is very, very important. Whether people want it the bad way or the good way, excitement does need to happen because that's what continues the relationship. Sometimes when it's just a boring relationship, when there's nothing interesting in the relationship anymore, what happens is you guys are staying together, but there is no connection anymore. So you need that excitement to keep the relationship happy and healthy and just exciting and just powerful, and energy just flows so beautiful through it. There you guys have it for 3 major tips that make nice guys finish last. Make sure you give me a big thumbs up if this video helped you. Make sure you give me a big thumbs up for a quicker video to come up, and make sure you follow me on my social media. And of course, you guys will see me in my next video. Bye guys.